Hello my friends and welcome once again to another episode of Over the Hill mountain biking. Now today I am doing a true moorland ride. I'm starting off from the little village of Blanchland, which is situated in Northumberland, around about due south of Hexham. The ride starts from the main car park in the village, up a fairly gentle road on tarmac, before we start hitting the moorland tracks themselves.
Oh, sorry.
And after about 10 minutes we finally hit the first of the off-road sections. It steepens up a little bit up to the first gate. And on the other side of the gate, we're onto the moors. Now, at the moment, this is quite a wide track. It's like a Land Rover tractor style track, but it's good fun and nothing too technical, nothing too difficult, but it's just a pleasant ride up in the moors.
Is that small walking? That's not. I remember this last time. There's a big puddle, but you can ride round it. It's not as much water as there was last time. I don't want to get soaked again, I'll just take it canny. Just been getting soaked recently.
So far we've been heading in a general northerly direction, and the forest in front of me, as you can see, is the southern tip of Slaley Forest. Now we hit the forest a little bit, right through it, but we're right at the edge before leaving it and heading back up onto the moors proper again. So on the other side of that gate we're into Slaley Forest. Like I say, we just touched the tip of it and it's not long before it spits us back out onto the moors again.
This is kind of like, I think they call it 5 ways. You got there, you got there, you got that track straight ahead, and you got a small single track going straight to the left, and that is the one you want. So second from your left, that's the main one. Second from your left is the one to take. Alright. Now this is where the single track, the ruts are very deep in places, and it really grabs you you pedal. Anyway, here we go. Straight away.
Now to me this is proper moorland riding. It is absolutely beautiful up here on a day like this, although having said that I wouldn't like to be here on a day when, say, the mist has come down and you can't see a thing. Wouldn't be very pleasant. But today it is absolutely gorgeous. As gorgeous as it is, you can't really take a lot of time to look around because some of these ruts are actually quite deep, and if your front wheel hits the side of one of those, it'll throw you off. Luckily, you've got quite a soft landing in the heather either side. After a while, you will come to a small finger post with a bridleway sign pointing to the left, just here, and this is what we need to take.
Pink markers. So I'm now on the track that's basically heading back towards pretty much literally where I started. That's the end of the moorland. Well, a single track anyway. Look across to where those trees are in the distance. You can see those. There's a wall, stone wall going up diagonally to the left. That was the first climb off-road that I did. So I've just done a virtually a big circle. Come on, sheep, up the way. Ellie, up. Just haven't seen a soul all day. The two ladies walking the dogs on the way up. They're the only people I've seen. I've seen more grouse than people. This road's here just to service this, whatever it is, pump station or whatever, and farmers, I guess.
This tarmac road takes us back down to Blanchland again, and it is extremely steep and you can get one hell of a speed up on it, but I'll be careful because there are farmers that use it, walkers access it to gain the moors, and it's fairly broken up in places, and there's these god-awful water channels that go across the road, so just be careful with them. And that's it. All that height that we'd gained, we'd lost in about 5 minutes. And now we're having to gain that height again, unfortunately. And this time on the other side of the valley. Now it starts off on the road extremely steep, and then slackens off, and steepens, slackens off, and it goes up in sort of lassets like that until you eventually get to the top of the hill.
I'll change the battery on my camera.
Any excuse to stop.
Tell me to turn right.
Now from here I have two choices. I can ride this track all the way down to the village of Edmundbyres and then ride back along the road to Blanchland, or I can turn around at Edmundbyres and ride back up the downhill I've just done and then take a left. Well, here it's a left turning. When I come back it will be straight ahead, but there's a T junction here.
I think that is the way back.
I'm turning right for now, but I think when I come back I might just go straight ahead and head on the bridleway, at least I think it's a bridleway, all the way down to Blanchland itself, missing out the road.
A signpost saying it's a bridleway. I know it. Oh, it's a bloody gate.
The track on this side of the ride is wider than the previous track I'd ridden, but it's a little bit more technical, although nothing too special. Just a few more obstacles to ride over, ride round, but nothing too dangerous.
Alright, second day. Cheers.
So here I'm just above the village of Edmundbyres. Now I'm going to stop, have something to eat and decide which way I'm going to go. Either go back the same way or carry on along the road.
So I've decided to turn around, I stopped and had something to eat just before Edmundbyres. I've decided to turn around and go back the way I came. For no other reason than it's a better option than riding on the road. I mean, it's quite a nice ride on the road, but I'd rather ride off-road. So But I think this is a bridleway.
This is the T-junction I mentioned earlier, so I'm pretty sure it was a bridleway. In fact, it was, in hindsight. So I carried on, and it takes you literally on a straight line all the way down to Blanchland itself.
Oh, my eyes are watering with the wind, they can't see a bloody thing. Excuse me. Thank you.
Get your bloody dog out of the way. The track ends up in grassy fields, and some points the track isn't so visible, but just keep that fence on your right hand side and you can't go wrong. And it eventually spits you out onto the main road that takes you into the lovely, lovely little village of Blanchland. Would I recommend this ride? Absolutely. It's a fun ride. It's a proper moorland ride, like I've said. Single track. It's quite narrow, and you've got to keep your attention on the on that front wheel. It's very much a ride of two halves, with the first section having the tight single track and the second half being more wide open but a bit more rocky. Anyway, hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you do, please also hit that notification bell, and you will be notified of any videos that I upload in future. So take care, peace, love, and I'll see you all very soon.